Hello everyone, I'm Jung-Chul. Now let's get started the part 3. At first time, I planned the part 3 with OpenLDAP client and security, but now I change. Part 3 only will focus on OpenLDAP client, and part 4 will be OpenLDAP security and PHP LDAP admin. Okay, now let's start part 3 OpenLDAP client. In this video, there are the 5 steps for OpenLDAP client configuration. First step, the package installation. Second step, the client configuration. And the step 3, how to use LDAP database. And step 4, how to access LDAP user home directory. And step 5, how to use LDAP client command. Step 1, the package installation. In the client system, please install this kind of the packages. You may install OpenLDAP client, OpenLDAP, OpenLDAP DBL. These 3 packages. And of that, please check this kind of package you already installed. Second packages, this one, asconfig and asconfig GTK. Using this package, we will define which one will be the authentication method. In our case, we will decide the OpenLDAP. So these 2 package, and after that, checking your package like this. Step 2, client configuration. So in the previous page, in step 1, we already installed this one, asconfig GTK. If we open this one, we can define user account database. In our case, we will select the LDAP and the base DN, in my case, dc.chur.dc.com, and LDAP server, LDAP server.chur.com. This is my LDAP server. And authentication method will be the LDAP password. If you select this kind of the items here, then this kind of items normally saved where? Here. etc OpenLDAP LDAP.com. So in this file, please check these 2 lines, the URI LDAP and base DC. Step 3, how to use LDAP database. First one, check LDAP server, the connection. In client system, we already install the LDAP client, the packages, and the OS configuration as well. So now using this command, LDAP search -xb our the DC, in my case, the chur.com. And after that, for the testing, we will use the username, so user1, etc password, and etc the shadow, and password as well. In the second video, I already create the 3 users for testing, user 1, user 2, user 3. So maybe if the client is successful to connect the LDAP server, maybe this command will be successful. Step 4, how to access LDAP user's home directory in LDAP server. In step 3, the problem is that the user 1, user 2, user 3 will be successful to log in using the LDAP server. But problem is that even if the users will be successful, they don't have their home directory. So in LDAP server, we need to share their home directory. So first, using NFS, this one, in LDAP server, we need to share users home directory. So etc the export in this file, home LDAP, this one sharing directory, and this is a client. So this network address will access the directory using this option. And after that, service NFS start and register this service to each run level. B, mount user's home directory using mount in LDAP client. In A, we already share user's home directory. So now it's time to mount this user's home directory in client system using mount. So first, create the home directory, home LDAP, and after that, mount server, in my case, server, the host name, and server LDAP. This one is a directory name to be shared. And after that, mounting point home LDAP. And after that, if we use this kind of command, then this user will be successful with user's home directory. Second way, we can use the etcfs tab, this one, to use permanently. So after open this file etcfs tab, then we need to configure the sharing directory from server. In my case, server home LDAP, and this is a mounting point in client and file system with this kind of options. And after that, we need to create this mounting point. And if you the reboot, the server's home directory always will be mount this directory. D, how to use AutoFS. So etc, if we open etc automaster, this one we need to add this file home LDAP. And this will mean the servers the sharing directory and etc auto LDAP. Then we need to create this file etc auto LDAP. So here start mean this one and option RW and server.chol.com's this directory home LDAP and all will be auto mounted where here mean home LDAP directory. And after that service AutoFS restart and the switch config AutoFS and the status and after that try. Even if here I introduce three kinds of way to mount or use the LDAP server's home directory, but in my case I will use D, how to use AutoFS. Step 5, how to use LDAP client command. So now up to the step 4, I explain how to use the LDAP the client to access LDAP server. So now if we are the successful to configure LDAP client, now we can use the LDAP client command. First one, LDAP add. So this one, add LDIF entries to LDAP directory. In second video, I already show you how to use this command. For example, LDAP add x ww means the password, d means the debug, and manager dcchar.com. F means the file. So if I have some LDIF format file like this, then I can add to LDAP directory. B, LDAP modify. Using this command, we can add, modify, and delete existing LDAP entries. For example, in my case, I will use this one, root LDAP modify.ldi. In this file, I configure the three kind of things. First one, the UI user2. Using the user2, I will modify some data, people.com. So here, change type must be the modify and replace mail. So now the user2 has a mail ID is user2char.com, but I will change like this. Second DN here, the change type modify is the same, but in this case, I will add this one, title. So user2 will have the entry, the title, and title name is director. And the third here, in this case, user2 has this one information and change type is a modify same, but delete S and SM in the surname. So now I created this kind of file, this one modify.ldif, and after that, now let's execute this one. LDAP modify C configuration debug manager.chol.com, the password, the LDAP server, and file name. Then if you are successful to authenticate using this password, then this modify.ldif will execute three things: modify, add, and delete. C, LDAP password. This one normally modify the entry's password. For example, here, CN, in my case, the command name is manager.chol.com and the password, the LDAP servers. And this one, -s, will create new password for UID, this one. So using this one, we can modify the entries, the existing or current, the password. the LDAP search LDAP entries, for example, only show the CN, for example, like this, then we can use this kind of command. LDAP search d manager dcchar.com and password and have that CN. Then if some the entry with the CN user 1, then we show all information. Number 2, show S and CN in every entries. For example, this one, so it's the same to the previous comment, and of that as subdirectory and object or and where S and the CN. Then this also will show the all the entries in S and CN. Okay, then let's try to the test here. Okay, in my case, I already start the LDAP server, this one, and LDAP client, but I already connect using the SSH. So, client system, at first, the step 1, package installation. You install OpenLDAP client, OpenLDAP, and OpenLDAP development. Let's test this one. Okay, in my case, I already installed OpenLDAP client and OpenLDAP and OpenLDAP development. And after that, let's check OpenLDAP packages. So, development, LDAP, LDAP client, like this. Second, yum osconfig gtk, also y. Okay, in my case also, I installed already. So osconfig and osconfig gtk, and after that, rpm -qa os, sorry, this one. Okay, now I installed these two packages already. Okay, now the step 2, client configuration. So here we already installed this package. Then we can see this kind of screen. So here, first, user account database. So here we can see here LDAP. Okay, then LDAP search base DN. Okay, in my case, dcchar.com. And after that, LDAP server, LDAP, in my case, server.char.com. And later, if we use the TLS, then we have to mark this one too. But now, just blank. And the LDAP password. Okay, so now we finish this one, and after that, apply. Okay, and after that, etc open LDAP, this file. Okay, in this file we have to check. So the TLS cert directory here, and the LDAP, our server.char.com, and base our domain is char.com, like this. So now I complete the step 2. Now step 3, how to use LDAP database. Okay, let's check LDAP search okay, B, and that dcchar.com. So now we can find this kind of information from LDAP server, even if I'm staying in the client system. Okay, and now test the LDAP server. First one, user 1, etc password, and etc shadow. So I don't have the user 1 and user 2 as well, user and 3 as well, because these users come from LDAP server. So I cannot find this kind of user, and also user 1. But here we can find this kind of users. Okay, then try to use user 1. but we can see this kind of message. Even if I'm successful to log in user 1 from where? LDAP server. In client system, I cannot find this kind of user password file and shadow, but this one, user 1, come from where? This one. It means the LDAP server, but cannot change directory to home LDAP no such file or directory. So, step 4, how to access LDAP user's home directory. Okay, first, in LDAP server, we have to share the user's home directory. So, in my case, home LDAP and the network 192.168.80.0/255.550 and the option RW and synchronizations. Okay, home LDAP. And after that, service NFS start. And on. Okay, now in the client system, we need to bring the sharing the directory from LDAP server. So I already explained to get or bring the sharing directory from the server, we can use the 3 kinds: mount command and fs tab and auto fs. But in my case, I will use auto fs in client system. Okay, first one, vi etc auto master. So here line number okay, home LDAP etc auto LDAP. Okay, and save, and we need to create this file auto LDAP. Okay, at first star and -rw and the server, in my case server.char.com home LDAP and ampersand. Okay, then finish, and after that service AutoFS start, and then restart. Okay, already I'm using this one. Okay, then config AutoFS on and service AutoFS status. So now it's running already. And after that, now try to user 1. So now I'm successful to login user 1. Stay where in LDAP server. Even if the client system don't have this user information, but I'm successful to login this user where from LDAP server. Okay, then now the step 5, how to use LDAP client command. In case of the LDAP add, I already show you in the part 2, so I will skip the LDAP add. So here I will show you how to use LDAP modify. So for this testing, I already create the modify LDAP. Okay, let's check modify LDAP. So this one for user 2 UID, and I will use the modify rephrase surname the TLAND, and user 2 also modify, and this user 2 will add the entry title, and the title name will be director. And this user 2 also has the modify the mail. For example, like user2@char.com like this, but I will delete this mail. Okay. Okay, then first let's check LDAP search dc char dc com. So let's check here. Now user 2 information. So user 1 and user 2, this one. So now this one had the surname user 2, no, common name user 2, surname user 2, and mail user 2 chol.com, and don't have the entry, the this one don't have the title, but this one user 2, this one will be the change by this comment. So using, okay, so LDAP modify, and in my case CD, in my case command name manager dc char dc com. Okay, and after that password and file name is modify. Again, okay, modify LDIF. Okay, so now I use this command and gave already the password. Then we can see modify entry, modify entry, modify entry like this. So let's check this one. Okay, user 2, let's go to the user 2. Okay, user 2, this one. Now UID, CN, and okay, this one, SN, the TLAN, title, the director, and we cannot find the email address. In case of user 3 had this kind of email like this, but user 2 we cannot find the mail entry because using this file modify, I already delete mail information. So using LDAP modify, we can modify the some the entries or the delete or add some entries. And last one will be LDAP search. Okay, LDAP search. In my case, the CN manager dc char dc.com and password. I want to see the CN information, for example, user 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in case of user 1, this one, okay, C1, this one, user 1, 2. So if we want to see only the some specific the data using this one, like this. Okay, one more thing, LDAP search, debug, CN manager dc char dc.com and password, and okay, just a moment. So using this one, but okay, here because of the password, let's change the password. Okay, like this. Then okay, so here CN and SN, we can see this kind of the informations using this kind of LDAP search command. So if the entry has SN and the CN in all the object, the class, we can find this kind of the data from LDAP server. Okay, so far I show you how to use OpenLDAP client. In part 4, I will explain the OpenLDAP security using the TLS and PHP LDAP admin. Thanks for watching this video. See you in part 4.